If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to get the latest updates.
Remember, enable parameters.
Yes.
Go to advanced tab, enable save parameters.
Yeah.
So through that, you can save the filters. Like when you're running the report, you can make it save the filters, enable save parameters, so that you can save each filters you want to do. Why we use that? No, when we have this is simple reports, we have 1 or 2 prompts. When you use complex report, right? When you use business process transaction, let's take that. So have multiple prompts over there. You want to save for one test case, you have to save your prompts. For other test case, you have different time zones and different times you have to save your prompts. So that case will be easy for you to auto populate the prompt values and run and test it.
Yes.
Okay.
So I was doing a report today to fetch the international assignment of a worker. Okay. So what happened to me is I was trying to filter it and make sure the report populates only those employees who have international assignment.
Who are on international assignment, right?
Yeah, who are on international assignment. But actually I can't do it in the filter. Maybe because if the tenant doesn't have too many options, I don't know. But when I tried it and when I went to the filter to look for an option,
is international assignment is a field called is international assignment.
Yeah, if it's true, then only display that.
Yes.
I didn't get it though.
Because this is a test run, right? Nobody will be working on international assignment as of this test run. No, even if you go for functional, they don't go for this concept of international assignment. And even the process also varies from organization to organization.
So, but yes, when I actually ran the report, right? So when I ran the report, it populated for 2 employees.
Okay, go and if you go and check that, can you share your screen and show the report quickly?
Yeah.
Take other tools and do that. Yeah.
I'll do that. Okay, so this is the report.
Okay.
So this is the worker's first legal name and international assignment. Yeah, so this lookup related value will get me the name of the home country of an employee. Lookup related value.
Okay.
Lookup related value, what I've done is in the worker, look for an international assignment. If yes, then populate the home country value. Okay.
Can you open that and show me? I'll have a look on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And the person is home country. Okay. You're going to position home country. See, hold on.
Okay. Yeah.
Go to the other calculated field. Position host country you're taking.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't taken it yet. So my thing is, so here what I did was in these calc fields, what I tried to do is I took an extract single instance function and
from the
if it's true,
if it can host country, then it will display it.
Yeah, so if it's host country, then display. So
no. In the condition you should have asked. In the condition you should have added host country. In the sort field you should have added is true. You added vice versa.
Condition I've added is true. In the sort field I've added
the sort condition should be host country. If it's in host country, then this calc field will display it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it should be sort field can be by effective date. From which day, you went on multiple international assignment and you want to take the topmost transaction, then you can use the sort field as effective dated.
Okay. So
condition is it should be host country.
Okay.
If you want to take the home country, host country, he'll be on international assignment, yes. And from where you want condition, you can place it. You can create condition also, or you want to place host country or home country, you can place the conditions.
Okay.
See, this is condition For example, you want to take, if he's on host, you want to take the particular host ID. You can to create one more calculated field true or false here, and you make like assignment type as like no host or home, like no host or home. You can choose that. Then if the condition is true, then take that particular country.
Okay. Oh,
Got
then
it?
based on the start date or something like that, right?
Yeah, you can sort by it.
Okay, maybe that is why didn't okay. 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 So this is okay. So here, so when I say okay, right, and I run the report.
Okay.
Start date is
It's from the prompt. Since you gave the filter as effective date as like no start date month, it is throwing the prompt from there.
yes. So okay. So here it is picking up every employee, right? Even though they don't have an international assignment. So only 2 employees are on international assignment.
Okay, what did add in the filter?
I didn't add anything in the filter. That is what I wanted to ask you. Like, so now if I
There's a field called is international assignment, right? You can add that if an employee is on international assignment, you can filter on it. That employees only be picked up. In the filter, you can add it.
Okay.
Is international assignment.
So here it only populates.
Not coming. You know why?
I don't know.
Go to advanced tab. See, one minute. Can you click on go there? Go and filter on. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
It's all in yellow color. Can you know why? Type it. It's international. Can you type it? Type it there only. It's international assignment.
Oh, it's because it's all indexed.
It's all indexed.
Okay.
Go to advanced, remove for optimize for performance, and then choose it.
Correct.
It's international assignment.
Oh, that's why I was trying to figure it out since a very long time.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Now you'll get it. It's international assignee. Then you can add it. Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So you can ask me questions.
Okay. So we can enable the parameters. Fine. So what's the difference between filter and subfilter?
So filter is to filter down the primary business objects, and subfilter is to filter the filter based on the related business objects.
Okay. So you say like no, coming to the security part, what does mean by the report is shared with all authorized users?
What does it mean? Is what you're asking?
See, we have an option called in the share tab. We have an option called share with all authorized users.
Correct.
So what does that mean by all authorized users? How do you know who all authorized users report?
So so if we click on all authorized users, which means whoever has access to the particular business object or the data source are authorized.
Not business object. We don't assign any security business object. We assign a data source or data source filter. Okay. See, if you go to business object, we don't have an option to assign security, right? But we go to data source, we have an option to view security, and we can assign it. Okay. Okay. So actually, co-creator worker works on which web service? Every co-creator template works on a particular web service.
Get worker.
Right? Yes, it works on get workers. Can you tell me Pickoff also works on which web service? Pickoff
works
on
get payroll.
Not payroll, it's pay. Get pay web service. Okay. PAYEE. Get pay web service.
Okay.
Okay. So what's the difference between indexed and standard data source?
Indexed and standard data source. So indexed is more like filtering on the standard data source.
Is it? What is the purpose of using this index data source? What is the purpose? Why do you want to go for indexed and why like no? What is the purpose of it? I showed you, right? It is for optimization. So the name itself says like optimize for performance. Then only you go for index, right? When
Yeah.
you start the scale stuff, it says optimize for performance. That's why you go for index data source.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is for they expect the point called optimize the performance.
Okay.
Okay. So that is one. So what is meant by a temporary report?
Temporary report means it'll go away from the tenant after it is only effective for 7 days.
So can we change the date after 7 days?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
We can. So see, by default, it is 7 days. The system takes it when you click on the temporary checkbox. But you want to delete out, you want to specify the date, even you can do that.
Where do I specify it?
It will ask if you edit the report, you can edit the report.
Okay. Go to report, edit.
Scroll down. No, advanced tab only, scroll down.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
the date is right? So it will be, you can even specify your dates.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Can we have EIB with DT? Is
Yes.
it possible?
Yes.
Okay. So what's the difference of using XSLT and DT? What's the difference? Why we go for DT and why not an XSLT?
So
What is the necessity to go to EIB plus DT?
So the necessity for going to EIB plus DT is to get the particular data in XDT or ETV format.
Okay. So it's not the particular format. It's about using the functions. Okay. Certain desired functions like say alignment, easily available functions are there in XDT, and certain functions are not available in XSLT, whereas available in XDT. You want to use them, so you go for the EIB with DT. Okay. And also you want multiple outputs from a EIB.
Yes.
So if you use XSLT transformation, only one output, right?
Yes.
But if you use DT, we can have one EIB and multiple DTs we can have it, right?
Yes.
Whereas we cannot have multiple XSLT transformation. Whereas we can have multiple document transformation. Okay?
Yes.
Got it? Okay. Where do you configure the delivery service for EIB? See, if you are using EIB with DT, where you will configure the delivery service? Where you configure the delivery service?
I go to EIB enterprise interface edit. I have an option called delivery service. In that I have to configure.
With respect to co-connector or any other co-connector templates, where you do it?
Can you repeat the question again?
See, with respect to EIBs, you do it under a delivery option and you do it. But with respect to co-connector worker or any other co-connector templates, where do you configure the delivery service?
Yeah, so what I have to do is I have to go to co-connector integration, edit integration systems, and then edit. In that we have an option to configure the integration services.
Is it? Under services, I'm asking delivery service. Where do you configure the delivery service for co-connector?
Delivery service for co-connector.
Okay, I'll recap. Yesterday we saw about creating a business process, right?
Yeah.
So under business process only we will configure, right? If you go to co-connector, there is no service called delivery service, right?
Oh, yeah.
We have to enable the service, I understand. You have to enable it. But after enable it, where do you configure, where you say deliver, specify SFTP server details?
Correct. It's in the BPs. Yeah.
Yeah, business process, we have to go there. Because in this way, they check out in real-time example, okay? This is why you have worked on real-time, you have delivered files. That's why I put those questions, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, then we can continue, and after completing, yeah, the Peachy and pick off, and also I take a little bit of Vici. You know about Vici?
Oh no, I don't.
You know the abbreviation of Vici at least?
No, I've not worked on.
Okay. Okay, I'll give a brief description of about it also. Okay. And then I'll start with Studio, and I'll I'll cover this. At least I'll take one real time and cover the flow of it. Okay.
Okay.
I'll take one inbound and cover the flow of the entire Studio integration.
Okay.
Like, no, it's not a very I accept like it's not a very complex one. It's a medium one. Okay. Maybe you can respect it. Maybe simple also, but it makes a lot of sense to tell them in as a flow.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So let me share my screen.
Yeah, I'll stop.
Okay. Share. Hope you can see my screen. See, before getting into it, I want to know, since you are going to show 5+ years, how many years experience, I know since you're going for an analyst role, right? They'll ask you, right, if you have gone for DA reviews. You know what is DA reviews with respect to Workday?
DA reviews?
Yes.
No.
You know, DA is a kind of delivery assurance. For example, not all the clients will go for DA reviews, but certain clients, when a partner is building the integrations for them, they'll like to Workday. Some clients say like they want to go for all the integrations, they want to go for DA reviews. Okay. So what DA is delivery assurance. When a partner is delivering a project for a customer, Workday comes in. Workday means real Workday comes in, and they have an assurance test for all the integration. If there's 100 integrations for a project, okay, for a client, like they'll pick up at least 10 from it, and randomly, it's not they'll define it. They'll randomly take, and they check the naming conventions, how it is for there's an integration called Dart integration, which is an integration delivered by Workday to check the performance of the report, performance of the integrations. Okay, if you have any hard coding it, the Dart integration will throw it out. You're using a hard coding for this XSLT. You have to use dynamic values. You're using your naming convention is wrong. So they have a lot of, there's a defined integration called Dart integration. Okay, you can I don't think this is that integration they will take it from customer central tenant. Okay, this practice student they will not have it. Let me check if they have it or not. They don't have it for sure, 100%. I'm sure, but let me try it. Just type DART in your tenant. Just check you're getting it or not. I hope they won't. Why I was asking, like, in real time example, you're projecting as you worked on multiple projects, right? Multiple implementation project. So obviously they will ask this.
Okay.
Okay. We call it as Dart integration.
Okay.
So information I just want to share with you. Okay.
Okay.
What is it? So they may ask like your implementation project went for a DA review with respect to integrations. Say yes, and what we're doing like no, we had like no 2-3 integrations get picked up, and they were looking for the naming conventions and any hardcode values. So like they were testing like whether the Dart integration has been passed. Okay. Dart integration pass a particular integration. If they'll say okay, this has passed, and also they check for the delivery actions. For example, if you take Studio, right? I'll show one example. This is a Studio. Okay, I'll show you one, which is the other one which I created randomly. Okay, let me take this. Not this one. Okay, let me take this. Like simply I created it. Okay, see, it doesn't look neat, right? It is there, but it is like no 2 rows, and there is no, it doesn't gives any information at all. Whereas if I open the one which is this one, it has a box, it has make like no, we have a swim lane, and it is specified. It looks neat when compared to that, right? So they also check this. Okay, they also check this, and also they say like they want to have like no, wherever possible they have to use a swim lane, wherever there's possible they have to use call in and call out. You have to use local in, local out, and those stuffs has to be there. Okay.
Yeah.
So they also check all the naming conventions are followed. Are they using swim lane? I'll talk about what is swim lane. It's a very simple one. Just like for the formatting to look neat, we use that.
Yes.
Okay. So they should have proper notes to it. For example, you want to have notes what this component is doing. We'll also add some notes to it. Okay. So this is Workday expect these kind of informations when it goes for any DA review integrations. They ask to have those stuffs in their integrations. Okay. It should not look clumsy. It should not look or like no, sometimes it doesn't. It is simple, but when you use a complex, like going for 2-3 subroutines, calling in your report, you want to be arranged them in a proper way. Okay, I'll show an outbound which looks big, but see how they have we have aligned it. See, this is a big one calling the other, calling the other, calling the other. See, but we have put it in a box, one process. I'll explain this one. Okay, tomorrow I'll explain this big integration. Okay. So when you see this, if we have put it in a box, what each one is doing, we have differentiate compensation, we have differentiate as absence, we have differentiate as time. So we have to do like this. Okay. They expected DA reviews.
Yes.
Understood? What they check in DA reviews. DA reviews is like delivery assurance.
Yes.
See, I have a like no PPT which they delivery action checkpoint. See, delivery assurance, project initiation checkpoint they check. See, authentication review, integration compliance review, reporting compliance review, and if they have anything like payroll, like if they're facing any payroll, they'll check for that review as well. Okay. See, they check for everything. Okay. Connects with you to work with throughout your deployment. They check for like no, will conduct project configuration and integration reviews to determine whether you're ready to move to the next stage. Customer will actively inform and engage throughout the DA process. Got it? Yeah. So this will be done by Workday. Okay. So we do have like the point I wanted to mention is like see what does they do? Like I said, like no review completed CRT in DART's output. I said DART report. Right? They'll take that report and check it. If there's something they are not using it. So see, loads and runs DART's custom reports, completes configuration review template. We have a template to be updated. Okay, we have a kind of portal when the customer and partner will have some common portal. They'll update all the DART indication output files. We say it as DART also. They'll escalate it. Finally, they send this to customer. This all integration is good to go to production. Then only they can move to next. Okay. So gets his basic ideas. Okay, so that they can even able to answer about what is DA. So don't get stopped. They don't ask also. It's fine, but it's a good information to you. Okay. Okay. Coming to the PG. So sorry, I couldn't send the file. Maybe today I'll share it with Shiva. Okay. Yeah. So we stopped here, right? PG runs on a grid enabled tenant. So not all the clients will enable it as a grid. Not all the tenants are grid enabled. You're able to create your PG integration in your shared preview?
No, I didn't try it yesterday.
Okay. Yeah. So you can try. If it is working, then it's fine. If it's not, then it is not a grid enabled tenant. Which is like no, it works on data and it throws error like no, this is not a grid enable. They say exactly grid enable. They say like data initiation service is not enabled in this tenant. You see, it works on a data initiation service. Where is that one flow? I have it. Maybe that is not here. We have a thing like no, it works on a data initiation service, whereas it works on a get pay web service. Okay. So yesterday we discussed all these things. Grid enable. Okay. See, what is basically required on the integration attributes to run for a payroll integration is you have to specify a payroll vendor. Right? I can actually, we cannot deploy or we cannot provide, but you can see the attributes, I think. I think we can see the attributes and also I can explain it from here. Okay. Yeah. See, if you see here, we have this version as usual, we have to specify. So you have to specify the version. See, we don't have the payroll country in other things, but we have payroll country specific for required for launch, which is we have to specify for which country you are using a payroll. For say, for using Australia or you're using like no, for which country you have to specify it here. Okay, so you have to specify a payroll country. You have to specify a payroll vendor. So to whom we have a lot of payroll vendors. So you have ADP, you have like no, a lot of vendors are there in the market, right? So they will have a connection with Workday. So those people only can be vendors for like no particular vendors. So we have noticed vendors, they have like no linked with Workday to have this, they to become a payroll vendors. Okay, so basically we have these many vendors. Who is going to be a vendor? We have to choose it here. Okay, so for defining the each integration, you have to specify your payroll vendor, payroll country. So this country where it comes. We saw yesterday edit tenant setup HCM. If you specify the country only, it will show up here.
Okay.
Got it? See, yesterday we went to edit tenant setup HCM. Another we went to payroll interface. They're seeing like supported countries. I'm going to show again. Yeah, I'll show it again. No problem. See, if you don't specify it here, the country names, you will not get it there.
Okay.
Okay. This is my thing. Okay. So you have to get it here. Okay. And what is use your vendor? Okay. Then these three fields are required to launch your teaching integrations, and as per the all the integrations require document retention policy to be configured. Okay, in order to for the integration to successfully launch. So this is the required things: payroll vendor, payroll country, and document retention policy is all required to run it. Okay. Next, again, as usual, you can configure your services, and you can close where CSA is like. We'll specify it. Anyway, the error will be this since it's not a grid enabled tenant. I'll make it for, let's say, India. Okay, and I'll make it for vendor as ADP. It's the most commonly used vendor. Okay. Click OK. Till again for error, I think it will not go. It's already there. It's doing it.
I think I can work on the other tenant access that I have.
Okay, you can try creating it. Okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay. Good then. So you can try creating.
I'll go ahead and try each steps.
Okay.
From the.
Okay. Yeah. So you have to specify all your payroll country, payroll vendor, and like no, you should have your document retention policy. Okay. Next, coming to that, as usual, you can configure other things like no, configure integration and configure your attributes, field attributes. So you don't have any eligibility criteria here. It takes all the effective transactions, whatever transactions you do with respect to employee, everything effective, everything will be tracked. Okay. So you configure your integration attributes. Under attributes, what all you want to enable it. You have multiple sections here. You can enable from your sections.
Okay.
Okay. Others are similar to integrations, attributes, field attributes, and integration overrides. Everything are similar. Okay. And then, see, coming to the next point is we have this launch parameters. Okay. What's the major difference with pick-off and pitchy, right? See, in ad hoc, when you go for pick-off, right, you'll always have some ad hoc integrations, which is like something is getting some employee not picked on a particular date. Okay. This employee has to be picked, but he got missed. But we have to rerun that employee and make his payroll process, right? So what we will do is like we will copy that exact integration as an ad hoc one. We'll copy same features what was there, and we'll copy to a new one, and we'll make it like as an ad hoc integration. Okay. make it as ad hoc, so that we have for that particular employee alone, we have to run that integration, ad hoc integration separately. Whereas in Peachy, we don't need that ad hoc integration. See, we have an option called primary run. Okay, you can try launching your integration. Okay, when you create it, so you'll have as per any payroll integration, pay group is required to run any payroll integration. Okay, everyone has their own pay groups, right? You may belong to US pay group, I belong to India pay group, right? So that pay group is required. Okay, see, if you're using earliest open, we have two options under pay period selection. Use earliest open pay period in the sense, select the first open pay period based on the pay group periods is scheduled and period calculation status. Okay, if you're use current pay period for current date, select the pay period as of current date. Okay, when you schedule the integration, we use earliest open pay period, which is earliest is open, we have to choose that. Okay, so with respect to primary run, if you use this as a primary run, see, select this post to run the integration as primary. So you have to use, see, when the integration will be scheduled, you have to keep taking like next period, take the next schedule period, take the next pay period, next pay period. You have to keep on going it, right? When you click on primary only, it will take the next pay period and process it regularly. Okay, if you don't choose it, it is an ad hoc run. If you choose primary run, it doesn't pay period, it's a schedule. It takes next pay period automatically and runs up. But you use, if you don't check it, it is an ad hoc period. And you use pay period for current date. Okay, so that is what if you choose that, it is an ad hoc. If you don't choose that, it is a normal, it is a payroll process, payroll scheduling it. Okay, we don't have the process of ad hoc integration being created for PG integrations. Okay, select pay group members as like you want to run only for 2 members. You can choose uncheck this primary and check box, and you can specify the members, and you can run for the particular employee. Okay, you want to exclude or include few members, you can use this. Okay, or like 4 members you want to choose, or 4 members you want to exclude. Apart from your payroll, you want to include 4 more members, you can include. Okay, change reduction. So you want to include includes all changes effective in the pay period, and also it includes changes from last successful run. So we don't concept of last effective date and last successful entry moment. We don't have the concept of entry moment and last successful run. We have only one option for date. It should be last successful run date. We don't have any other option for dates. It takes on the pay period. It considers the pay group and the last successful run date. Okay. And if what is full snapshot is the full file. You want to run as a full file, it is a full snapshot. Okay. This is clear. Launch parameters.
Yeah.
So as I said, primary and ad hoc integrations for PG, separate integrations are not required for ad hoc and primary integration launches. So configure one integration system that includes all requirements and use it for both for primary and ad hoc launches. Okay. If you have any real time, if you ask your friends also, if you have any tenants with respect to your client, so go and see, just type pick off. It will show pick off one and ad hoc integration. Two have with the same integration name. They'll have one with original pick off name, another way with the suffix saying like ad hoc, which means they'll have both integration ad hoc and primary. Okay. It is a specified ad hoc with respect to pick off.
So yeah, so the thing is, in PG, within the launch parameters only, we have an option to make it ad hoc run if required, but in pickoff we need to copy and make a separate integration for ad hoc.
You wait to they specified as ad hoc. Okay. In pickoff.
Okay.
I'll create one and show you pickoff integration.
Okay.
So remember about last 5 minutes, no, at 15, you remember me, I'll take this about alert. I'll give you like 5 minutes, I'll talk about alerts since yesterday we touched base that, right?
Okay.
So template is payroll, common output file. I just forgot the payroll, right? I just remember the template name. 1 minute. Payroll output common output file, yes. Yes, but not coming. Yeah. Payroll interface. It's payroll interface. Okay.
Yeah.
So where do you see is like go here. Payroll interface. I'll tell you 1 minute. Go to attributes, integration attributes. It's taking time. Okay. So meanwhile it loads, I'll talk about like what this. Okay, it came. Okay. See, scroll down. Okay. You will have it like. You will know when option is it's the original integration or ad hoc integrations. Primary location. Primary payroll integration.
Okay.
If you choose this, it will be primary. Okay. Otherwise, you have to create one more integration and say like it is an ad hoc.
Okay.
Okay. Got it?
Okay.
So whereas you have to create one more if it's yes, it is primary. This is a primary integration. If not, this is an ad hoc. If you don't specify this parameter, it is an ad hoc integration. See.
Okay.
This primary payroll integration uses pay period status to determine the appropriate change reduction for the payroll extract. This is a primary payroll integration. It comes non-payroll integration always uses the all effective change reduction unless explicitly overridden by the this should be a primary integration until you don't specify this. This is not a primary run. Okay. If not, it is an ad hoc run.
Okay.
Got the difference? So you have to configure the attributes and create two integrations, one for primary and one for ad hoc, whereas this is not required.
Okay.
That's the difference. Okay. Coming to here. Okay. So as I said, when defining a schedule for primary integration, let's configure the launch parameter. As I said, you're scheduling your PG integration, you should specify use earliest open pay period. And you have to specify a pay group and you have to choose this primary run.
Correct.
Got it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As I said, ad hoc, you have to leave the primary check run box and to run the integration as ad hoc. Okay. And the last successful run date and a pay group should be specified for the ad hoc integrations. Okay. Ad hoc launch. So what is added, is updated, prior value is deleted. Okay. I just bought one XML from my, the one which I created previously, and I just try to get the XML. Okay. How PG XML looks like. See, it allow in the in the XML, it's quite, you can visible it, right?
Yeah.
So you will have your payroll company, you will have your payroll company name, you will have your payroll company code. Okay. And you will have all payroll details will be here, which pay period is using, what is the updated from which date to which date, what is the effective dates, what does include only changes, since it's a change file or it's a it's an order, it's a full file. Okay. It's a snapshot. Snapshot is 0 means it's not a full file, it is a
it's an ad hoc.
It's an it's not it's an ad hoc run, because it's an ad hoc run. It's like, no, we are doing testing. I generated this one. It's an ad hoc run. It's not from primary run. It's an ad hoc run, yes. But like, no, change reductions, it will only include change people who have changes, not the full file. Means entire employees will be coming up, entire population will be coming out.
Okay.
Instead of full file, we have to, like, no, we say it as full snapshot. Okay. See, this for this employee. Okay, this is my employee ID. The employee name is this. Just for the testing purpose, we just created this XML. Okay. See, you see here. 1 minute. It came to the bottom. Sorry. So you see here, derive event code. We will not get another integrations, right? Derive event code, and we get an option of, like, no, whether this field is updated or it's newly added. We can get that information as well. See, if you go to here, any employee, right? Let's say have one-time payment which has been added. Okay, let me take,
I think it went below, like, the effective change.
See, national identifier for this employee is added, which means, like, if it is newly added, it will be equal to 1. Okay, if it is updated, it will be is updated. If it is deleted, it will come as is deleted. Okay, this indicates that the field value is new. Okay, this indicates that it's like it has been updated. Okay, this indicates like the prior value output along with the prior values updated, the prior values output along with the updated value. There is no, like, no, prior and your current value is equal or not used. So something which indicates like that is deleted, like something is deleted from this particular worker data. Okay. So we all these events, like, no, say for this employee, for this, like, no, I have just put a snapshot of saying like this updated, which means like its marital status is updated from married, it's like, no, married to divorce. Okay. And it is added. It's a new one is added. Okay. So we have this transactions kind of things which will have, which is not available in co-conductors. We have it in PGs. Okay. So these are the events. If it is a higher event, we have it as HIR. If it is termination happens, we'll tag it as TRM. If it is termination results, it is TRMR, which is R indicates results. Okay. If it is leave of absence, return from leave, all the business. If it's pay, and like somebody is coming to the pay group, it say it as pay in. Is going out of the payroll, you say like pay group out. If it's coming inside company, we all this, there are event codes. Okay. All of the changes are reported as a data change using a code DTA. Okay. So anything with respect to these events, we get this event code. Otherwise, it will be tracked as DTA. Okay. So these are about like basic information about PG. Okay. Mostly they'll ask about launch parameters and what's difference between PG and pickoff. Okay. And why do you go for pickoff? Why not PG? Like, why are you going for PG instead of going for pickoff? Okay. What is, well, like, no, we mostly ask this, like, no, see, people, they say I worked on PG, this, that. What is basic necessity? They will not know it. It should be grid enabled. We ask this, in every time, can we have PG integration can be created? People say with the enthusiasm, yes, but we ask this, we expect this, it should be grid enabled tenant. Okay. So, like, remember this code, like, what is this? Like, no, these are called derived codes, derived event codes. Okay. Any questions?
No.
Okay. Okay. Let's come to Vici. I'll give, like, no, just take 5 more minutes for Vici. Okay. See, Vici is something which is similar to PG itself. PG is, it also displays payroll effective changes. The only difference is it came in Workday 31. Okay, it came in Workday 31. This which is Worker Effective Change Interface. It's WECI.
Okay.
Worker Effective Change Interface. See, even if you go for EIB, we have to create a custom report and take all the change, all the full files, right? Again, we have to create a custom report, calculated field, this, right? But we have like, no, but even full file we get it, but only top of stack, whichever is on top of values, we'll get all the transactions. But yes, we do have business process transaction data source. With that we can get it. Fine, I accept it. But what is any predefined template to track all the effective changes with similar to Peachy? Yes, we do have it called worker effective change interface. With this we don't have any pay groups to be specified, where you have to specify supervisory organization. Okay.
So we do get it in the core connector worker, right? All the changes.
But displays on the top of stack, right? Displays on the top of stack. I want to have all the effective data transaction, even if it is deleted, even if it is like no similar to Peachy says like it's updated. It stays like no. We have this like all the effective data transactions I want to have.
Okay.
Kokata gives you which is the top of stack only gives you, it is only one instance per effective, not even per effective, only which is on the top of say return. It is Peachy returns all the effective transactions, right? That's a major difference by Peacock between Peachy and Peacock. The major difference is it returns Peacock returns only top of stack, whereas Peachy returns all the effective transactions. You understand what is meant by effective data transactions?
So based on that particular effective date, what are all the transactions?
Let's say like no, for example, if you take compensation, what all has been happened for the particular employee with respect to compensation, with respect to everything will be tracked there. Like two changes will happen. Even two changes will be tracked. One will be updated, one will be added.
Yes. Yes.
So both will be added with
date, whatever changes has happened will be reflected.
For example, yesterday there is a change in your compensation. Okay, that is there. And on top of it, they have rescinded it. Even that will be there. Tomorrow it has happened with rescinded, even that will be there. Whereas pick-off return only rescinded transaction, not the change transaction. Got it? That is the difference.
Pick-off only gives me the first
top
one.
of stack. Yes.
Yes.
That is Peachy gives you all effective transactions. Okay. Even with respect to workup, we want all effective transactions. We have a concept of Vici. Okay.
Yes.
So you want to top of stacks serves the purpose, near real-time integration requirement. Why Vici comes up? It is resource intensive. It is a full stack of not the top of stack, full stack of which is the effective transactions. Okay. Yes, which can affect the performance and availability of tenant. What can be affecting it? Okay. See, it reduces the complexity. It reduces the complexity. We don't have to create the report. We don't have to create calculated fields. It reduces like just a config part, right?
Yeah.
So even with accurate and granular worker data, it will be easier for us.
Correct.
Okay, and it will be easier or if they all effective data are there, then it will easily for feed the information or is using the downstreams. Okay, that's why we have the concept of Vici. What's the difference between payroll effective like Peachy and Vici? Okay. So in Vici, restricted to employees and pay groups, I said it's based on supervisory organization. Peachy is based on pay groups. Vici is based on supervisory organization.
Correct.
So Peachy is restricted to pay periods. It is like no, we don't have anything called like no. It is launched incrementally, like next. Okay, but here we need this pay periods.
Okay.
So it works on web services like put worker effective change interface system. Okay. Whereas I forgot to maintain this, tell you that this task with respect to payroll. Okay, to maintain any payroll integrations, we should go to the task maintain payroll effective change interface system.
Okay.
I don't know. Oh, okay, let me use this pay groups. So you have to add an integration here.
Okay.
So which integration for this pay group? What are integrations to be created? And what is the created data time? What is the created data file? This is not required, but you have to specify integration here.
Okay.
So similar to Vici, you have to specify this is a task, maintain worker effective interface. what is your supervisory organization, you have to specify it over there, and then you have to specify the integration name for it. Okay. See, particular pay group we use different integration. For particular pay group we use different integrations, right? See, for why I say like for USA you create for the payroll vendor is ADP. For India they have some XYZ payroll vendors. For France they have XYZ payroll vendors. Right? The payroll things are like payroll components also different with respect to India and US, right? So we use different integration systems for each countries. Okay. That's why we need to maintain it for which pay group and what is the integration system we have created for the particular pay groups. Similarly, maintain worker effective. This is one. So you have to go and add your supervisory organization. And this is the web service it works on.
Okay.
Okay. So as I said, this also requires grid enabled tenant. So one thing I want to specify, like use one pay group, like no, each like PG can process up to 1,50,000 records.
Okay.
If it's going beyond that, we have to split the employees into different pay groups. Say like we face a scenario when we are doing Indian payroll for an X organization. Okay, we face this problem. What happens is like our employees are more than 2 lakhs. Okay, whereas PG can process only 1,50,000. But we can have what we decided is like we divided the pay groups into 3. Okay, based upon their bands, we created like X band 1, like band 1, band 2, and band 3.
Okay.
Band, sub-band, band. So like we gave different naming conventions. We created 3 sub-bands so that when running the integration, we choose 3 sub-bands. One sub-band will choose like no, which has a user count. We have one like no same integration, but the scheduling components are different. We one integration only. Okay, we schedule 3 times per day. So schedule one time, it will take one pay group. Second, like no, it was running from 9 to 10. Using that particular pay group, the same integration will run. Okay. The next time from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, the same integration runs to different pay group. From 12 to 1, like no, maybe different times. The timings are different, but same integration, but the launch parameters are different. Even we can do that.
Okay, so are we gonna like set different parameters and save them to run at different times?
So when you schedule it right, you have to specify your launch parameters, right?
Yes.
So in that case, while launching the parameter, I have to specify which pay group should I use it. So let's say, understood the concept, or should I repeat it?
My question is, say suppose I have this thing, right? Any other integration, the core connector integration or whatever it is. So I schedule it for a particular time. So it runs for a particular time. So if I go ahead and say, suppose I save it and also like, set up a different parameter.
How? You can run at a different time zone. You can do it.
Same integrations with different parameters, I can run at different times.
Yes.
Okay.
See, for example, you have co-connector worker. Okay. One, you're having it. You can same worker, same integration can be run in 2 times a day, 3 times a day, 4 times a day. Yes, you can.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, that's why we resolve that coming up issue. So you can process up to 1,50,000. So the one pay group is have huge number of employees. Like it is less than 1,50,000. We had that in one separate pay group, and remaining employees in separate pay group, and the higher officials in separate pay groups. Okay, we came up with that. But one PG integration, but launch parameters 3 different pay groups, and we launched it while scheduling it, we gave 3 different integrations separately. Okay. About configuration, how we created the sequence of steps. Okay. Any doubts? I think I just what basic information I gave. I said no. If it's in depth also, if you know it, there's a lot of things to talk, but I don't have sufficient time to talk about it. This also has like no same things. As I said, the staffing code events, right? It's similar to everything is similar to PG. Okay. Only difference is like it uses pay groups, it uses supervisory organization.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll create like end-to-end feature integration in the other tenant. So I'll make sure I'll write down the doubts that I get and I'll ask you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can try it and come up with questions. Okay. So I have like notes. Yeah, I'll take like no other 5 minutes. I have up to have 10. So let me talk about alerts so that I don't miss that option to you. Okay.
Okay.
Just take 5 minutes. So we have created a report. Okay. Let's say we create a report called anniversary, right? Anniversary day. So you want to indicate. You want to indicate all the managers saying like, hey, this many employees completed, and say like they have completed the anniversary. So you want to send them like no. For example, let's say we want to run a report. Who is completing the anniversary this month? You want to send it to your manager.
Okay.
Who are the reportees? They have to get the alerts saying like, hey, these many reportees have been coming this month are going to celebrate the work anniversary. Okay. How do they do? How do you send them? How do you alert them? Right? Okay. So we have a concept of configure alert. So you can configure like no which report you want to call. You can specify that report here. And
it is anniversary, Sushma. Okay.
Yeah. So how do you want to specify? Do you want to only once or daily recurrence or monthly recurrence or it's weekly recurrence? Okay, you can choose it. Dependent is if it depends on some other task, you can specify it. Okay. So if I want to have weekly recurrence or monthly, every month, first of the month, I want to schedule it. Okay. You can choose the report and what is the request name. Let's say whatever name you want to give it, like say alert anniversary.
Okay.
Okay. And make sure report is shared with manager. Okay. I didn't do it, but you make sure it is shared with manager. And to whom you want to send? Managers. It's a security group, right? So mention as manager. Or you want to send to specific person, you can specify the recipients. Okay. If you have any prompt parameters in your report, it will pop up here. Okay. But I'm not going to do that. I don't have any prompts, so it is not populating here. The subject is mandatory. What is this? As an email, how it goes, right? So it will go. Anniversary. So any comments, introductory comments you want to give. Similarly, how we configure the integration events, right? So you want to have like no hi everyone or hi manager, whatever it is. Hi sir, or like no dear employee or dear anything, dear the employee name you want to have it.
Okay.
Employee. Okay. And you say like your reportees are the following reportees are completing the anniversaries.
Okay.
You can type it. Okay. And then you won't have any concluding comments, you can have it, and the introductory comments, you can have it here. Okay. So if you click, then you have to schedule it. Okay. If you schedule it when to run, like know which time zone to run, what is the start date and when, like how long you want to keep recurring, keep sending this alerts to them, you can make it here. Okay. Once you configure it, it will go and sit in here. Whenever the time, like when it runs, it goes and sits in the notification of the managers. Here it will go and sit as an email. Okay.
So
I'll configure. Yeah.
So I configured that particular report, and I have an option to pick up the employees who are completing the anniversaries. So before this particular date, right? So
yes, those things you will handle in report. Everything you will handle in report.
Yes. So I mean, for the particular example that you gave, the report that we have chosen is we still need to like customize it a bit, right?
Didn't get it.
So the thing is, my question is, so my report is picking up all the employees who have completed the anniversary till date.
Yes.
So how will it send alerts based on each month?
Each month I'll make, in the scheduling part, I'll make a particular day it should run.
Okay.
Monthly recurrence I gave, right? Okay, I'll go and show it again. Sorry. You choose a date, which date it should pick up.
Okay. So it'll give me the data based on the specific date, right? Not based on the scheduling date, right? That is what I'm asking. Whenever you schedule, the report is going to give me the data till that particular date. The report, because
report filter parameters are different. Report filter parameters are different. And
so we might as well have to, like, instead of the build date comparison what we have given, we have to give the
my requirement is like whoever is going, not before that particular date. My requirement is like on 1st of every month. Okay, I want to send the list of employees who is completing the annuals, who is not completing, who is going to have the annuals on the current month.
Okay.
Okay, let's say example, my launch, you have to make your annual launch parameters as per your requirements. Okay, let's say you can make it like start day of the month, end day of the month, and we say dates are.
Okay.
You can make that. Okay. You can make like when you specify it here, right? The launch parameters are not coming here since it's not the right thing. Okay, it's a hard code I made it. If you make the launch parameters, you can make it like determine value of runtime, say first day of the month and last day of the month, or you can make it like launch parameters, say like next anniversary date we have. If the anniversary dates are between these two dates, then pick up those employees.
Okay. Okay.
But we can make it as per the requirements. That is your requirement you gave. But my requirement is like who is going to anniversary this month, let's say October, I want to send prior to my manager on 1st of every month.
Okay.
Got my requirement?
Yeah. So I just got confused over there. Yeah, now
I was saying for example. Okay. Yeah. Got it? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the concept of alert. If they ask you, they won't ask this much, but if they ask, you should be in a position to answer it.
Okay.
Got it? Okay. So let's start with studio. Okay, I'll tell me a scenario. Okay, what is the my scenario? Let you decide what you're going to do it. Okay. Maybe you can I'll put it in a notepad whatever I say. Okay, so that you understand it.
Okay.
I have an employee. Every day employees are getting hired into my system. Okay, every day hires are happening. If you want employees, 2 employees, 100 employees, how many may happen it? Okay, every day employees hired. So when the employees are hired, I want to update my retirement eligibility date. Employees are hired every day. So whoever is hiring, it should update the eligibility retirement. So we want to track the eligibility date, which are like, what is the age? And to that age, we want to do the who is getting 58 years. I want to update the retirement eligibility date.
Okay.
Automatically. We also have manual task. I'll show you how it goes. Okay, retirement eligibility date. I want to update it. This is my requirement. Automatically it should goes. Okay. Think of how we can do it. I'll show manual task also how it gets updated in the system.
Okay.
It is maintained under edit service date. Under edit service date, to whomever employee you want to apply, you want to edit it. See, if it's a balanced task, we can do it. But if you go to this task, we have to enter each worker name manually and then enter it. You can update manually like this. No, go to logo and make them. This is a task we do it. Edit service date. Under service date, we have multiple dates to be updated. But I want to update this retirement eligibility date automatically. Okay. Let's say here it has first of this here it's getting retirement eligibility, or this is why the year is not getting changed. Okay, this is retirement eligibility. Also, I'm saying like it will be 2025 or 35, anything else. Okay, So it is a retirement eligibility. It should update automatically whenever employee is getting hired into the system. Not for the existing employees, but who are getting hired daily, it should update automatically. How can we do this? Any idea? This is my scenario.
Okay.
We are giving this requirement to you. How can you automate this process? It's an inbound. Obviously, it's an inbound, right?
Yeah.
You're getting data from inbound and getting updated in Workday. Getting information from Workday itself and updating information from Workday itself.
Okay.
I'll also tell how to get file also. I'll do it. That also I'll show you. But how do we do this?
Okay.
Any idea? What will be the input? How we can pass it? Okay. But you understand the requirement, right?
Yeah, I did understand the requirement. Okay. So, okay. So what I can think of is, so based on the hire date.
Okay.
And also consider that as soon as the employee hire triggers. Okay. So look for the date of birth of the employee.
Okay.
Okay. So increment the date of birth by a certain value, which is again
retirement eligibility. Okay.
Yes. So the retirement eligibility date should be equal to a certain date at which the employee completes 58 years from the date of birth.
See, I don't do that, but I want to increment it and I want to update it manually. Like if I have to update it automatically.
Okay.
The logic is you told fine. In the report, we will get we'll have launch parameters like who was hiring particular date today, who is getting hired like launch parameter will be today, which is equal to hire date and today. Okay, you will get that. Okay, and you will have you will get the date of birth. Obviously, we need the date of birth. Employee ID is required. Yes, and you need the hire date. And in the filter, you need the hire date. Yes, and to the date of birth, you will add 58 days. You will have the retirement eligibility date. And this is fine. Good. This I like. It's good that you think of this one. Fine. But how do we do it with this? How do we automate this process? What is required to do this? To do an inbound integration.
To do an inbound integration?
What is required? Fine, you'll get the data. You are getting one way is fine. One way you cleared it. Getting the data to outside, yeah. Getting the data. But we have only this. How can we update it automatically?
Updating, I think, is through
always inbound integration requires a web service. Even if it's an EIB unbound, it works on web service. Even if it's going to be studio, we need a web service. Okay?
Yes, inbound integration.
So let's see how, like, I'm just going from like, how when requirement is given to you, how do you analyze and then how you start it? That is why I'm doing it. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. A requirement is given. You like, we know the process. This is how the process goes. Edit server's date. We need an employee and it gets updated. Fine.
Yes.
You said the report is ready. You are getting hire date. You're getting your what is that? You're getting your things. 1 minute. Sorry, for 1 minute. I think my manager is calling me. 1 minute.
Yeah. Take your time.
Sorry, Sushma, for that. Yeah. So what is required? A web service is required. Okay, today I'll explain the process. Okay. Tomorrow I'll do it and show you. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what a requirement is given to you. How do you start using, like, check whether any web service is there? First step. Okay. So what you do is like go to public web service. So if I take from scratch, I can go with component, but you're not expecting that. So I'll go directly to the real-time one. Okay. So check whether any web service is with respect to that, anything with respect to service states. Just type it here. Just check here. Here, one thing I can see is edit service dates.
Okay.
Our task was also edit service dates, right?
Yes. Yes.
So this web service may help us, but how do you test it? You got this. See, directly we cannot start creating our integrations, right?
Correct.
You have to test it. How do we test it? I'll tell you how.
Okay.
Let's take edit service date. Let's see under which it's in staffing, I think. Can you see staffing?
Can I
Staffing.
see staffing?
Yeah, yeah. Here it is. See, under this we can find the edit service. We need to know which web service it's there. We know the operations, but we
Yes.
also need to know the here it is. Okay, it is under staffing. Edit service here, right? And if
Yes.
you see, it is under staffing.
Correct.
Okay, why I did this? Like, if I go to any studio, right, I need to know how I have to test the web service before I start doing my integration. It is working fine or not. We have the field to be updated in my web service or not. We need to check that. Okay.
Correct.
Go to Schema Explorer. I think you know about the schemes and I don't want to explain it, I think. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See, if you go here, the Schema Explorer comes up. When this comes up, go here, add latest web service operation, WSDL. So it will ask like, no, I have established a connection between tenant and like, no, studio. So search your web service, staffing, my staff, web service is staffing. You know, to establish a connection and all right between studio and tenant.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. So we got this. So under this, what is our operation?
Edit service.
Yeah, it will come up. I'll show you. We are going to open with a web service tester.
Okay.
So whenever you want to, you're going to use a web service, we need a request. We need to prepare a request. So when we pass the request, only we can get a response from the studio, right? So
Correct.
we need to prepare a request. So using the web service tester, we can create our request. Okay. So open
Correct.
this, right click, open SOAP wrap request and web service tester. It will open this request. So once you pass, we'll pass a sample value and we'll see the test results over here. Before that, we can remove unwanted things and we can take only our required things.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, for all the requests, this is mandatory. Okay, this is mandatory. Okay.
Okay.
I can remove the unwanted things. I don't want these things in my thing, so I am removing it. Okay. And I even don't want this, so I am even removing this. Okay. And this is a close of this, so I am closing it this one. I need this one.
Okay.
So what is required to check, like, no, what is required to pass? The employer is required,
Yes.
right? So I'm passing 21001. It's a Logan McNeil's one. So I want to pass what? My retirement eligibility date.
Correct.
I'll have the tag and I'll remove the others.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So then everything is there, right? Edit service, event date, edit service date. Yeah. So this is my request. Okay. I'm going to pass 2080 as this is my retirement eligibility date for this particular employee.
Okay.
Okay. How do I test it? I'll send it via this one. So if I get a response, this is a response, which means like it is updated.
Okay.
This is how I check before I started any integrations. I'll check my web service. Say I want to update this, so this field is available, so it will get updated.
Correct.
So you got a response. Okay. Now I'll go and check in the tenant. So these all I perform before I start any inbound integration. I'll go and check this process.
Okay.
It says empty here.
No, it's over there. Eligible.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I saw this retirement. Sorry. Yeah, it's updated, right? 2080 I gave, right?
Yeah.
Got updated. Okay.
Yes.
This is how it's tested. I think we can stop with this today. Sushma, I think I have a meeting. Okay. Sorry for that. But tomorrow we'll have extra 15 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. No problem.
So I'll explain this how we are going to do this, how we are going to get the values, how we are going to pass the request, and how we are going to get it updated.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Yeah, I think we can see tomorrow, Sushma. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah, Sushma.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If you're busy, we can talk tomorrow. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
like it's very simple question. It's going to be, you need a very big answer from me.
It's out of the this thing.
You tell me. Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, I mean, I work for PwC.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So they're hiring. If you want, like my friends are there, I can connect you with them.
No, actually, I moved to a customer. Okay, I'm working in a customer-based company, and I'm quite comfortable here. And I don't want to. It's a branded one, so I don't want to move out of here.
I got a mail saying they're looking for like experts. So I just want. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just having I just moved to customer just for a work-life balance.
Okay.
That's why. Yeah. Thanks for that, Sushma. I'm so much thankful for it. Maybe I have a reference. I'll keep you posted on it. You can inform your friends for reference. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also, feel free to ask your questions in the comment section below, and we will reply to them at the earliest.